Hey you guys, good morning. It's your boy, it's Ulysses GMB Corpus, and today I'll be giving you some examples of non-verbal communication. I'll be explaining their significance and cite some examples that are related to the mentioned non-verbal communication. So what are you waiting? Let's go.
Downtown we let it go. Sunset high and I'm putting slow. Blood rushing the veins glow. My head to bones.
Non-verbal communication, a special type of communication that uses gestures, vocals, and signals in communicating. Non-verbal communication neglects the use of spoken words and words but still comprehensible to people. As you can read in the presentations, paralinguistics is characterized of vocal communication. It is considered marginal or optional and therefore excludable from linguistic analysis and referred as paralinguistic. The most common paralinguistic features are usually assigned in three categories. The three categories mentioned will be voice qualifiers, voice characterizers, and voice segregates. A concrete example for paralinguistics will be the use of vocals in agreeing to someone or something. For example, your friend will ask you in a verbal way and you will reply into a non-verbal communicating style. So when your friend asks you, will you go tonight? And the way you non-verbally reply will be, uh-huh, which means you are agreeing to the certain question of your friend. The next example will be negating your friend's request about something or anything. When your friends ask you, can I borrow your pen? And you reply, uh-uh, uh-uh. That means you are negating your friend's request. That's all for paralinguistics, and let's go forward to the other example of nonverbal communication. The next nonverbal example is sign languages. Signing, that is communicating manually by sign language of some kind, is undoubtedly at least as old as speech. From the writings of ancient Greeks and Romans, we know that their deep made use of signs. However, it is reasonable to assume that even among the earliest humans, those who were not able to communicate orally would have used their hands to make themselves understood. Sign languages are important to us these days because to make the society fair, to make everyone understand what we do and convey, we need to have a fair way of communicating, which is sign languages. For example, it is used when we are communicating with deaf. I have here an example of a sign language. So, it means your zipper is open. It is more popular to each and everyone. So, there are the ways and signs on how to communicate through sign languages. But it is up to you. If you want to learn it, you will have to study and practice more on how to execute it well properly. Last is the whistle language. Among the various systems of non-verbal communication, of particular interest are those speech surrogates that depend on and are derived directly from spoken language. Some of these languages are produced in the vocal track, the so-called whistle speech. When you talk about whistle speech, it is more about on making a sound. It is making your voice as a medium of communication. For example, way back past times, when those young men sees a pretty lady, the way of telling the way of conveying their affection to that certain lady is through by whistle. But now on, let's not practice that because it is a sexual offense nowadays. But since then, the whistle language is very popular to the southern part of Asia and South America. As I recall, a great example for this is one of my practice of my classmate when her father calls her, her father whistles two times. Now the user will have a meaning of each of it. For example, when the father of my classmate will whistle twice, and whistle thrice, that means that she needs to be in hurry. While when her father whistles 4 times, it means that she will be left late in the class. That's why they need to go already. And that's all for my 3 examples of nonverbal communication. Thank you and God bless.
Downtown we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in the veins is low.